Time for the best of 5. Let's go. Towers of Doom is the first map. We got Team Ash against the Hardos. Let's make this happen. So on the left we have the Russian-Ukrainian team. We talked about it a bit earlier. Dinado is the Ukrainian player in the lineup. And this tournament starts literally on the day where Russia decided to invade Ukraine, so we were a little bit worried if he was able to play. Apparently had a bit of problems with his internet earlier today, but now everything is fine. They were also thinking about playing with a sub, but decided to play with them. Everything seems to be okay. Played the first series, is now here present for the second. And after the Hardos just used the Vikings on Shire, the Vikings get banned. I'm not so sure if they would have really played them there, but I like the respect that they are coming in with. This is already a pretty cool one. So now we are in the X-Cup Winter Playoffs, in case that you haven't really caught that. This is the first best of 5. We are in the winner bracket semi-final between the two teams. The Hardos, obviously one of the favorites. But Team Ash also made it into the top 4 of the standings that populated then the entire bracket, the double elimination bracket for this event. So this is an interesting one. Now, it is a double elimination bracket, therefore whoever loses the series drops into the lower bracket and still has a chance to reach the grand final. But it's definitely an important step on your way to victory and a potential grand final participation. So we'll see how this is now going to go for the two of them. But it's definitely interesting. Hardos looked super strong in the semi-final. Team Ash usually coming in with a typical aggression that we are used to from this team. I mean, they are the guys that are fighting without a numbers advantage. They're coming in, player down, they get a quick kill, and they turn it around somehow on you. This time we have Renella with a very early Lucio pick, so the quick rotations on Towers of Doom are going to help them with that. Dehaka is up, could play the global. Blaze is up as well. And there's Blaze. So they go for Blaze, they go for Junkrat. That helps them already in a lot of the team fights. Big question, of course, is, yes, we are getting the Haka, indeed we do. And we have Hanzo played by Bishops. Now, you have probably heard me talk about this already a million times, but Hanzo's Bishop's Hanzo is quite good. To an extent that he normally gets target banned or picked away. And he has shown that in multiple tournaments, not only in the X-Cup qualifiers. The Nexus Cup is the latest one, where he was quite impactful with it. But yeah, he gets it in game number 1 at least against the Hardos. Garrosh gets banned. This is apparently something that the Hardos just don't want to deal with. Banned it also in the previous series. Here comes Diablo, alright. So, another one that gets banned on the front line. But Benny had quite the impact on the last game with this too. But again, the Hardos could always go for some of these variant plays that they've been making for a long time. You also have an Uburak still up. There's plenty of tanks still available. I mean, even Jojo's up at this point in time. So yeah, you can... be a pick of the litter. So there's that. Tyrael and Tracer! Look at that! Maybe even a Malfurion on the last pick to go for the trio. Malfurion with the heal over time and the overheal. Tyrael with the shields, and then Tracer zipping through, locking kills in. How are they gonna react now? They got Hanzo here, but now that they know they're up against Tracer and this Tyrael Blaze double layer of defense combo, how are they going to kind of try and counteract that? A little bit more stun on their end. Sylvanas is in, okay. And they go for Dinado's Johanna. Alright. There's the 5 series. Map number 1, Towers of Doom. And here comes Malfurion. They go for the triple. Alright, let's see who pulls ahead in this best of 5, the winner bracket semi-final of the X-Cup Winter Playoffs. Game number 1, the best of 5, starts off on Towers of Doom. On the left side, we got Bishops on Hanzo, Renella on Lucio, Maitri on Sylvanas, Dinado on Jojo, and we got Morenas on Dehaka. The Hardos, on the other hand, with Bad Benny on Tyrael in the first game of the series. We got Nick on his account Hans with Tracer, Hazops on Junkrat, Copenhagen on Blaze, and Yazu on Malfurion. And with that, kicking things off and see which team takes the lead. Who is on their way to the winner bracket final. Yep. Renella on Lucio is going to have a big impact here because of how he can speed the rotations up, and that can help them to gank up on the top lane. But look at this, they're already buying a bit of time for the Nado and for Maitri at the bot lane to try and go for the tower here. So the rotation is happening. But not only do they scout it out, they also slow it down a little bit. So some free damage. Nicely done. Well played. And that is a good start for them. This is exactly what you want to do. You normally don't get the entire tower. Usually you get it to half HP. In this case, they were able to slow the rotation to the bot lane down a little bit more, so they got quite a bit of value. But of course, it's only what gets you started off with all of this. So, yeah. Already, we got our little play. Uh-oh, Bishops! And Tracer hunts him down. First kill confirmed. Good play by the Hardos. They get first blood, and that was, yeah, well done. And they also shot Bishops down right from the get-go. So Hanzo in this case couldn't really do anything. They're sieging up in the mid lane, whereas we have Sylvanas and Junkrat both go for their respective camps, trying to take the pumpkins here. Zealous Glare on level 1, overwhelming affliction. And the rest of the team is helping out too, but still in the mid lane, the pressure. Morenas is experiencing this right now. Tracer is just trying to get some additional damage in. And of course she's massively getting supported here by the Tyrael Shield and also Malfurion with Overheal. Can go a lot deeper than that. This is the old school Tracer composition. It's literally the triple that they went for. Also for Tracer, we got the Tracer rounds on level 1 and then the Leeching rounds on level 4. Nick has a thing for sometimes going a little bit ham on his builds in general. I talked in Miami with Team about it a bit, and they said, yeah, sometimes Nick just comes in with very, very interesting and curious builds that he throws out. Some of them make a little bit more sense than others, but he is definitely spicing things up every now and then. So yeah, it has been a while since I've seen that particular setup. Especially the Leeching rounds. You got the shield, the Malfurion heal, and the Leeching rounds on top of it. I mean, that could get a little bit wild, but let's see how it does. So we got a kill versus 0. First objective is also now coming up slowly. Malfurion on level 4 with the Shando's Clarity right here. Out at the top left, Morenas is already taking his position. Normally you have a top left, top right exchange and then a fight for the altar at the bottom of the map. In the middle. Not sure if they're really going for this. I mean, at this point it really seems like the Hardos are totally fine just letting this go. We got Hazu down here, but he gets zoned out. So yeah, this is double altar for the blue team. So they get both, but might try. Ooh, yeah, a situation like this is where Tracer rounds obviously help out a bit too. And that was nearly... okay, not quite. But yeah, so we have the first slight advantage for Team Ashe. Nothing too crazy, really. But yep, here comes also the locked and loaded. Thing is obviously that the late game is just so important on this map. It's always been a comeback map. The first objective, I mean, it kind of matters if you're taking points of your opponent's core. It always does, but at the same time, your late game momentum is really the biggest thing that you need to accomplish. If you feel you have some combination, some combo that scales well into the late game, that you can do a whole lot with this once that you try, or once that you accomplish a bit of map control. And up at the top, I have the blue team continuously now taking these camps. They of course have the advantage of running a global on this one too, so in the long run that should really matter. Dehaka is big on this map, but so is Blaze. I mean, Dehaka is great here, Blaze is great everywhere. That's pretty much that. But now we have another camp about to be taken. So coming in for this one. Another quick play also for Jojo. And the camp is claimed. A bit of an invade attempt. Nothing too crazy since Blaze was still at the top. They were never really going fully commit to it. But as long as you can just try and see if maybe someone is out of position and allows you to get a quick kill, there's obviously something you can easily do here. Now, with all of that said and done, we got now on the top mid lane, the normal rotation going on between the side laners. So Blaze and Dehaka are just clearing the waves, getting the XP, trying to get them closer to level 10, prep for the second objective too. Denado though is a bit low, but still had the W here, the D, and was able to make sure that he survived that approach by Nick. But they're getting zoned away from the bottom now. Dehaka though, he went in, so now they got a chance to maybe even pull farther ahead here, but not if he dies. Dehaka gets the essence, but oh boy, that was a bit too close for comfort, and the same is true for Jojo. She's the one that falls. And there it is, the channel, and they draw even just before they are about to claim level 10. So 32 points against 32 points. And by now, level 10 is so close that they should be able to push this even further. Take a couple of the structures down, open the wall up a little bit maybe. Tracer just moving in and out, and we get the tranquility. We have in this case also the pulse rounds right there. And of course bunker, the sanctification would be the go-to. I don't really think that with the lineup here anything else makes sense. I mean, we've seen a couple of judgments, but nothing too crazy. That, on the other hand, is kind of wild, that they're going for the boss. Marina saw it, so it seemed like they were just trying to see if they can maybe just sneak it in. But yeah, that didn't happen. I mean, can you guys snipe something if they actually go for judgment? Can that be a thing? It would be kind of wild. If they had an Hanzo arrow as a follow-up, that would be nice. It would be funny. But I don't really think they have the follow-up to really make this work. Maybe if they time it perfectly with the Riptire, with Tracer moving in. But yeah, I feel like this has to still be sanctification. It would be kind of funny though. I mean, it's always nice to see the aggression, right? That's pretty much what's the most entertaining. But either way, going away from that for a second, we obviously have two heroes that are holding back their level 10s now for a reason. So we'll see how they react and counter. You need to make certain adjustments on Lucio once that you know what Tyrael is going to do. And for now, he doesn't want to make those. So nobody is showing their cards here. They both hold it back and can quick pick it in the next fight. Blessed Shield is in. And we also have on top of that more stuns. The Dragon's Arrow against the Wailing Arrow. And it is time for an even trade, I was about to say. But I don't really... Are they really trying to go for this one? Huh. Alright, Tracer with a quick move. But again, Iron Skin was ready. But there's no way they can hold this. So they get their own already taken. What about claiming things? Look at this. They're actually trying to steal this one. Dehaka. Uh-oh. He's in trouble. There's the sanctification. And then Lucio makes the play. Oh, that drag, the combo. And Hazu is dead, but so is Jojo. So Lucio waiting the entire time to see if he has to pick high 5 against a potential judgment. The second that sanctification is taken, he immediately picks the sound barrier. Kill for a kill as Junkrat and Jojo go down. And still the fight continuing a bit further, but that was still a good play. So yeah, they came in with the arrow, and this is just Bishops dropping those arrows again. Great job by him, locks that in without a problem. 3 kills to 1 now, still the lead for the Hardos. Also ahead in experience, which will give them an early level 13. They still try to take this one. The problem is Dehaka pops the essence, moves away here. Whereas down on the bottom left, the camp is now taken by the blue team. So good for Team Ash. Team Ash gets the blue team. There's the level 13 talents that we're now getting. And that gives us Untouchable. Yeah, with the build that he was going for here. Kind of made a little bit more sense. So definitely different style from Nick today. What's the damage output for him so far? So at this point, to give you a bit of an idea, we have him at 28,000. Top damage in the game. Eclipsing Hanzo even. And still doing as much work as he can. Level 13 talents is also about to be ready for Team Ash. And keep it Dehaka in mind. Morenas with this global can in the late game definitely have a huge impact here. But for now, it's 28 to 28 on the core. And we're all going with level 13 talents on both sides for the next objective, which is a double altar at the bottom of the map. So, right now, we got our level 13s. Yeah, they got the Roar in. And we got the All Together plus the Remorseless. Everybody just trying to sneak in a few altars. And it's party time! Yep, this is the moment where especially Nick and his Tracer can start to go full ham on this one. Let's see how much he's going to get from his Untouchable as all of this continues. He wants to be aggressive and he has the talents for it. Can he pull it off though? That's the question. Yeah, there's the stun. Uh-oh, Jojo! Sound barrier being used as well. Reptire. Uh-oh, careful. Okay, they don't catch Morenas here. But the channel is happening and they need to interrupt it. That's where Renella comes in to play. He straight up zips in, interrupts them once, but they're all low. And here's the bomb. Jojo is down. First channel has been claimed. Blaze is on the second. Hardos in full control of this team fight, and it grants them both of the altars. 8 points off the opponent's core. That's 20 points to 28 right now in total. Also, we're talking about Untouchable. First stack is in. And yeah, off we go. We got all the way up at the top. Copenhagen, he gets a bit isolated, but the help is there. With the red team being ready from the get-go and them being outnumbered right now, they couldn't go too deep on this one. Bishops is of course trying to do what he can from a distance and poking, but he's also running out of mana, so he needs to hearth back. Boss is up and they might go for it again. Get sniffed out, but given how close they are to level 16, I guess eventually it's going to end up in their hands either way. And yeah, they're making the play for that. But they're up against, again, they're up against Team Ash. And Team Ash has always been aggressive. There's the arrow, gets immediately cleansed out by the Nature's Cure. Hazu is able to get away. Good arrow regardless, forcing Malfurion's hand. Yeah, in comes the Riptire. Tracer nearly dying. Morenas wants the kill. Can he get it? He cannot. But they can go for Malfurion. And he connects the drag and Malfurion is down. But Jojo gets also killed. They kill Blaze, but the shots have been fired. The Hardos claimed the boss. 4 deaths on Johanna, by the way. She is dying, and she's dying a lot here. Level 16 is now ready. 3 kills, 2-5. It's a nice back and forth between them, but there is definitely a gap opening up in core points. 16 to 28. Morena still fighting. Look at Nick. He wants the kill and he gets the kill. Jumps in, goes hard on Lucio and drops him. And now, of course, we have a triple altar phase up, and that is with a level 16 talent for both teams. But, yep, this could become problematic for Team Ash. They might even be pushed down into the single digits here. First 4 shots are already fired, so that's a good step into the right direction for the Hardos. Can they get more? That's the question. Left side of the map, Morenas. It seems like they're going to let this one go, but Bad Benny is also aiming for the channel and there's nobody there interrupting him in time. So it's going to be 8 points against 24 on the core in favor of the Hardos. We also have the second stack for Untouchable for Tracer, and Nick continued with this build. Went straight into the Ricochet on level 16 and is of course now getting quite the damage out. As long as he is staying close, he has all the advantages for him. He gets the shield from Teriel, the overheal, has also the leeching rounds again on level 4, so survivability is definitely there, and he can use that to just stay as close as possible and always get the damage connected. Needs to be a bit careful of the Harka's ult, Jojo's ult, Sylvana's ult, Hanzo's ult. A lot of ults that can really ruin his day, but as long as Malfurion is paying attention, they should be fine here. Bishops, by the way, gets attacked. Nice sound barrier again. Sanctification. The arrow. Big hit. But no follow-up. Yeah, Nick doesn't go down here. They try and make the play for Blaze, and they take him. Blaze is down, and you gotta give it to Team Ash. They get those fights. They are coming back time and time again in these big battles, and they are able to do damage. And Bishop's arrows, they connect, but he didn't get the kill here. Now he himself is very low and has to be careful that Nick is not going to go in. And there's the kill! Bishops, yeah, no mercy here. Comes through, sees this happening, sees an opportunity, is like, untouchable? I don't fucking think so. Are you kidding? Nope. You're gonna get touched. So that's the end of Tracer. Stacks are gone, and now momentum. Team Ash using their Sylvanas to start and take the bottom bell tower. Momentum, baby, yeah? Dehaka, he's still moving between lane. Oh yeah, he has to be a bit careful that he doesn't get caught here. Might have to play this rotation a bit safer. But as they are moving towards the mid lane now, the advantage goes to the blue team. And they have 5 shots that they can take now of the opponent. Now, of course, it's a catch-up game that they have to play. But that's still 5 shots right there. Bam, 19 to 8. Gets them a lot closer. Late game. So with that, we now have them moving still. Yeah, Bishops can be happy. I don't know why he has the frowny cloud there the entire time. He should be happy. Gets to play his favorite hero. Has a big impact with him too. Gets the kill on Tracer. Every time you get a kill on Tracer, you should feel happy. That should instantly put a smile on that frowny face. Yeah, they're trying to go for another kill on the Haka, but Morenas is paying attention. Yeah, they're not going to get him here. Not that easily. So, what do we have in terms of damage? 50,000 for Tracer. Hanzo is at 40,000. 10k behind. Sylvanas is still burning these waves down. I mean, it's insane. Sylvanas wave scare is just absolutely nuts. Blaze, he's of course holding his own at the bot lane against her, but still. Level 20, it's kind of funny that Team Ash is now ahead in experience. They're the ones that are ahead in experience at this point. 5 kills to 6. They will hit level 20 first. But still, that bell tower is, of course, lost. Hazu, yeah, he's having none of that. He's like, okay, it's grenade time. Let's go. But what is happening with the next fight? Because now it's, again, a double altar phase. You could either go for the trade or you just can just go for the battle. Tracer with the total recall. We got the Bossa Nova. Radiating Faith for Jojo. And Tyrael hasn't made a choice yet, but there we go. It's the Holy Arena for him. Yeah, it's time to party. Also, with the Haka, if he lands a really good ult, if he gets the Contagion over, that can ruin the day for the Hazus. Already, Tyrael, Sanctification, Benny! That was clutch, my friend. The arrow! And it's Bishops again! Bishops setting the play up. The altar channeled, but Bishops with a big arrow just as Tyrael was about to escape. He's just saying nope and takes him down. Boss is up. There's, of course, another altar to be taken. And yeah, Bishops again. He has such an impact with this hero. It's just crazy. Waited it out this time. No early arrow. Shots are fired. Bell tower is retaken. Boss is claimed to 4 points on the core against 11. I like it. I really like it. I love how Team Ash is always fighting back. We've been talking about the Russian aggression time and time again when they play in the qualifiers. They take fights where they are outnumbered, where they're down in talent. They see an opportunity and they just pounce on it and take them on. And in this case, they're making another play, but Malfurion had to be ready. The Bossa Nova is out. Really short cooldown. So something that you can definitely YOLO out whenever you want to. Or if he gets the drag here, then Hazu's toast. Oh, they save him. But yeah, this is where it gets scary. With 4 points on the core, the problem is, of course, that a single altar is going to ruin your game. This is the best of 5, though. So there's that. And, of course, by now we got 6 kills to 6. So they're dead even. And can they get that drag? Can they get that contagion? There it is! Malfurion disappears! Pulls a Houdini and just disappears within one action. Here comes the next play. This time for Blaze. Guys, it's happening. They're going for the full comeback here. Nick missing the bomb, or that minion insulted his mother. One of the two. I'm not quite sure which one's correct there. But yeah, 8 kills to 6. And now we have it. The play for the bot lane bell tower. There's a double altar popping up too. Technically, they could get insanely close. They could drop them down to 1 point. If they take that bell tower first, they could drop them to a point. I don't think that's happening. I don't think they have the time. There's only 37 left until Blaze is back. But they can definitely now come in and get at least 8 points removed, and then we'll put them in the lead. So there it is. Big hits. One salvo after another. 4-3. Yes, the comeback, it might be happening here. The Hardos are starting to lose a massive ground. Untouchable has not really worked out for Nick at all. He lost the few stacks that he got very quickly. Riptide didn't do a lot for them either there. But they still have to deal with the mid lane because, yeah, they can't lose. Well, actually, as it turns out, in this case, they can lose one of them. But it doesn't really make a difference one way or another. But you still want to have the mid lane control, not just simply give it up. 8 kills to 6. And yeah, not too bad. Morenas is moving towards the top. They got to be careful. They got to be ready for the next fight too. So making sure that you are topped off in HP is kind of crucial here. Hanzo with 63,000 damage now, by the way. But the next fight can... it's a single altar too. Doesn't get better than that. This altar is going to decide the game. This altar is going to decide the game. So yes, there it is. But yeah, Bad Benny, he gets attacked and pushed back here. We now have level 22 versus level 21. 20 minutes on the board. And it's all about the next announcement, the next altar. Hasn't even happened yet. There it is. 30 seconds left. But they're already all assembling at the bot lane and going for the potential kill. Let me double check with the boss real quickly. Yeah, minute and 40. It's definitely going to end here. There's no way that anybody can move top and make a play. It's not going to be delayed by that much. But either way, here is the moment. Can the Hardos take it? Or will Team Ash complete the comeback? Traps everywhere. And the altar is ready. Oh boy. Oh, it comes down to this, and this is only map number 1, by the way, in the best of 5. First map, can the blue team claim it? The drag is missing, the first one is missing. Jet propulsion missed too. He has to bunker up, blocks his path a little bit, but that's the bunker gone. Bunker is gone. And that's one ult down the drain. So that's already a bit of a disadvantage. Denado's in trouble though. Denado's really in trouble. Immediately the Bossa Nova comes out from Lucio. And yeah, a lot of ults are getting burned here. They're starting to jump in. Riptire is out. Sanctification. They're pushing it further forward. Denado is still low. Bishops, the arrow. But the channel from Yasu. Oh, the scatter interrupt. The double kill. And that is Jojo and Sylvanas gone. The shots are fired. And the Hardos. Yeah, they had to be afraid of losing this one, but at the end they lock in the W, they take Towers of Doom and the lead in the best of 5. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. The Hardos pulled through at the end. It was definitely a bit closer than they envisioned that first map, especially after they pulled ahead this heavily. Now we're heading into the second map of this best of 5 series at the X Cup Winter Playoffs. We have Sky Temple coming up. It's the map choice of the Hardos. Team Ash opted for first pick and first ban. And here we are. 4,000 euros are on the line in the tournament, all sponsored by our Mr. X, our anonymous benefactor, who came in after HGC went down and said, okay, I want to support the Heroes of the Earthstorm esports scene a little bit, and thanks to him we now have the 3rd season of the X Cup going strong here with the X Cup Winter. Now, again, a ban on the Vikings. Sky Temple has always been a weird map in the sense that you can play a lot of cheesy strategies there. We had Abathur Samuro for a long time, triple globals were oftentimes played, we had sniper builds here even in the days of early HGC, with Varian plus Liming, for example, was the French team that pulled that out for the first time, including Greymane in the mix too. So there's a lot of different ways how you can approach that map for sure. But Lunara gets banned, and we have, again, as I said, the Vikings banned, but now we have to think about, okay, Dehaka, Falstad, where do they fall here? Are we worried about anything else? Could there maybe even be an Abathur pick at some point? But they ban our Lucio first, so no fast rotations on the lanes just now. Map has changed a little bit in the sense that now on the bot lane you can't destroy that fountain any longer. Before that it was oftentimes just a very high priority to get rid of the opponent's fountain before the second objective spawns around level 10, so that you dominate the second temple. And once that you are getting ahead, you can always trade objectives with your opponent if there's a double temple spawning, and you will eventually pull even further ahead. But now that, well, fountain health is directly linked to the fort, has changed a little bit. Not in a crazy amount, but it had an impact. Now, Jojo also banned out now. And here's the Sylvanas first pick. Yeah, Sylvanas, she's really, really high up right now. Not only is she great in team fights, if you have a good Sylvanas player, she can also dodge out on so many attacks, but you have solo push ability too, or side lane push, either her alone or with someone else. We've seen that from tons and tons of players, and pretty much every single top team too. Blaze and Rigar. Alright. Yeah, Blaze is insane. Blaze and his insane win rates. We'll just have to talk to Dequaza about that a little bit. But okay, so here comes Dehaka and we have Brightwing. Now, with that, I would assume we're going to get a Falstad ban. If you're already going for a double global, then banning out Falstad would make a whole lot of sense. Team Ash getting rid of it. And then if the Hardos really want to have a global, they have to go a bit outside of the box, or they can just accept that they have to deal with that. So, yeah, we'll see. But what exactly are they banning? Are they worried about Hanzo, for example? Do you think that Bishops is still going to pick him here? And they go for Anubarak instead. So no Anub for them to dive in a little bit deeper and also supply a couple of beetles on any side. Push into structures. Now, of course, we could also see the Hardos to simply pick Hanzo away if they are worried that Bishops is going to pick him again. Granted, they won the last map, but we could see how much of an impact Hanzo had there. A lot of the kills, and the Essential one in particular, were just absolutely crucial and made possible because of his players. Tyrael, so no sanctification and bunker place anymore. No double layer of defense. Nick also a question what he's gonna take now. He played his Tracer. What else are we gonna get from him here? Could we have a Genji play? There's no combo potential anymore, like Genji Anduin. Light Bomb with the Swift Strike, but there's Hanzo, so they take that away from Bishops. And they got Bad Benny. I mean, so technically you could even... I would still assume that Lightning Breath is definitely an option for him here, but you could technically also say, okay, we're gonna go for that oldie but goldie combo and try Hanzo Arrow and Apocalypse. The thing is, I've seen so many of these things, even when they are perfectly lined up, they just don't do it enough because the damage output that you want isn't there. You don't have that burst damage behind it, and then it's like, it looks good, but it doesn't do anything. So, Tychus and Garrosh instead. Yeah. It's like the cheerleader effect of Heroes of the Storm, you know? You land the wombo combo, looks great, but yeah. At the end of the day, when the dust settles, nothing really happened. Okay, so we got Nick coming in with the final pick, as usual, flexing it out for them. And in this case, we get Jaina. There's your damage. Now that combo makes sense. Now you can come in with a ring, you can go water elemental here if you want to, but you have burst damage all of a sudden. So yeah, it's Jaina time. Swapping it over, Nick gets Hanzo, Hazu gets Jaina, and we are heading into Sky Temple, everybody. Game number 2 in the best of 5. Map number 2, Sky Temple. Team Ash with Bishops on Sylvanas, Renella on Brightwing, Morena's on Dehaka, we got Denado on Garrosh, and Maitrai is playing Tychus. On the right side of the map, Bad Benny for the Hardos. With Diablo, we got Hazops on Jaina, Yazu on Rega Copenhagen with Blaze, and Hans, aka Nick, playing Hanzo. And we're back on Sky Temple, so again, let's see what they can actually do now. We have our first game with ending with a win for the Hardos, the best of 5 series, therefore continuing with an opportunity for Team Ash to tie the score. Level 1 talents, we got the Devil's Due already, and we got the Fingers of Frost here for Hazu, who's playing Jaina for all that burst damage that they can use following up on stuns. With Rega opting into the speed a little bit here. So yeah, Rega coming in with a Feral Heart. And Denado is already sitting at the front looking with his Garrosh to see if he can maybe go for a big flip. I mean, Garrosh, you know, he's not skipping leg days. He knows perfectly well that if you want to go for a few throws, you have to lift with the knees. It is the most important things. So no skipping leg day for him. That man, he has a routine. It is strong. Whereas you have Diablo, you know, you can argue that he's a little bit too top heavy. He might have skipped a leg day or two, but generally speaking, still pretty built, that man. So, yeah. But either way, with that, we currently have also at the top side our 1v1 established. No surprises here. It's Dehaka against Blaze. And, well, there's already a flip against Hazu. A bit of body block action, and that could be a kill. It should be a kill, and it will be a kill. Jaina goes down. Blondie has been eliminated, and they use that advantage right away to also get access to the first camp, stealing the Siege Giants away. Yeah, Denado, he was target banned in game number 1. And now that he finally gets his Garrosh, he uses it right away. And Hazu wasn't too happy about it. He was like, yeah, that's a bit annoying. Rega nearly running into him too. Denado, I mean, look at this. He's literally in their face. Like, right there. So, it's kinda nuts. But again, they are working at that bot lane very early and have this down. I mean, this entire lane is already taking damage. This one is down by 30-40%. The wall has been attacked. First objective hasn't even spawned. Everything on this map is centering around damage against structures, of course. The objective literally directly attacks structures. So if you pull ahead by not using the objective for damage but just pushing with your team, you will, through the objective alone, eventually get a massive lead. And they are doing the same play again down at the bottom. They are getting heavily ahead here. This is great for them. It's fantastic. They try to go for Hazu. Can they get the kill? Do they have enough damage? Sylvanas? Nah, not quite. It was good damage against Hazu, and it forced him to also use the fountain. But the wall is still gone. So they have taken the entire wall down now. And there's very little wall damage done by the Hardos. They are trying at the top lane now with the camp that they're moving in here. And that should help them to at least draw even with the opponent. But there's still a Sylvanas factor at work at the bottom of the map. but they're getting a bit of an assist, and Denado is now slightly outnumbered here. Yeah, jet propulsion. Alright, and they can just simply fall back. But as it stands, they are equalizing the situation. So the Hardos, they're fighting back. They are able to keep them at bay. Interrupt attempt against the Hearth. Not quite working out, but my try is really low, and my try is dead. Was hoping for the Haka to come in and play a role. Yeah, that's a beautiful drag, by the way. Just imagine if Tigers was still there, they might have even gotten a kill on Nick. Yeah, my try just... sorry, Morena's just played him like a fiddle. But I don't think they can get the... Can they? Team? Oh, not bad! Sexy! Yeah, give me the drag! Give me the drag! Give me the drag! Juke Master 2000! He's trying! He's trying! Run, Rhaegar, run! The doggy! And he's dead. They got him in the corner. Yeah, the Juke Master. He's doing work, but it's not enough. The selfie. Yeah, he's buying time. He's buying a lot of time. Rhaegar. Garrosh had enough of this shit. He's like, screw this, you're dead. Couple of shots fired over here, so they got those. Did a bit of damage in the middle. They're still taking control of the top. It could be a fight if the Hardos make an appearance here, though. 3 kills to 1. They're ahead in the XP, but they're still on even talents. So now we got the Ice Flurs in. We got the Frost Shards. At the same time on level 4, Purification again on level 7 for Rhaegar. And the fight continues. And, well, Benny gets thrown around a little bit. Great move with the jet propulsion here to try and turn it, but I'm not sure if they can. They kill the Haka at least, but can they get more? Oh, Denado! Oh, run, baby, run! Yes! And not enough geometry from Nick. They still get Brightwing, but during all of this, Sylvanas has just moved to the bottom of the map and said like, alright guys, if you are just playing topside, then I'm gonna get some work done down here, and we'll see what we can do. So, yep, there it is. They are able to get the bottom fort, but now at the top, this one is still firing away. So it's all coming at a price, right? The time that Rhaegar bought allowed the Hardos to go for the temple in the mid lane, and then when Rhaegar died, now they have a chance to move to the top. But they're losing Jaina again. Jaina is getting absolutely crushed here, and Yaz was also once more in trouble, so he might be able to get away from this. But it's gonna be a bit tricky now that Bishops is joining the play. I mean, he's not making it. I'm not quite sure that... Well, now... No. I'm an optimist. I see Rhaegar run and I'm like, yeah, maybe. But no. So as the dust settles, where are we at? We have damage in the mid lane on the fort. We have damage at the top lane. On the other hand, the bottom fort has been taken out on the Hardos side. In experience, we have a lead for Team Ash. 6 kills to 3 in their favor. Arrow, good arrow. Good arrow, Diablo's still dead. There's a lot of good ults that are getting dropped, but at the end of the day, that doesn't really help you if you don't have a follow-up. And the arrow of Nick was solid, but it wasn't good enough to get Diablo out of that situation that found himself in. Now we have another 4 taken down, and that puts structurally the blue team massively ahead. Catapults are, of course, now also going to become a thing. They might be even checking what's happening over here. But yeah, it's an interesting game. It's a really interesting second game. The first one was already great, and now they're coming in, forcing the bunker, I would assume. Yeah, maybe not even that. Nope. Beautiful timing here with the Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. Fantastic job, and now it's 8 kills to 3, and they're just taking kill after kill. I'm honestly impressed. Team Ash, they are working this map like clockwork. One team fight after another in which they are just excelling. I don't think they are going for boss here. That would be chancing it a bit too much. But this is still a very, very good effort by them to tie the series. Now, 2 deaths on Dibbles, Jaina, and on Rhaegar. Obviously for Jaina it's also a little bit annoying that the more she finds herself in this situation where she just can't really do any damage and instead is getting focused, tries to escape and maybe even dies. The more time she loses, the longer it's going to take for her to complete her baseline and get the ice block, so survivability is going to be a problem. But I really enjoy that the Russian-Ukrainian team is doing such a great job fighting back here. The Hardos, of course, they are an experienced team that has pulled off a lot of comebacks in the past, and they're not that far behind. They are behind, but give them one good team fight with 2-3 kills, and they can quickly turn this. So, Team Ash fans, Well, there is a bit of a reason to be optimistic. Shouldn't celebrate too early here. Level 13 talents give them a lead for this upcoming battle though. But here's the play attempt. Arrow and... Oh, the Brightwing save! Are you fucking kidding me? No way, Renella, you beast! That combo was beautiful from the Hardos. It's unbelievable that Garrosh survived. I was just about to say, that's how you set this kill up, and then it's Brightwing to save the day. They turn it to Bad Benny and Copenhagen, both on the run now, and we're gonna see them take over at the bottom. But let's take another look at that save. Holy cow. So here it is. Benny comes in. They use Hanzo, stun into stun, and all the damage, and then somehow Brightwing is able to save him. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. 8 kills to 3 now. They are taking down the fort in the mid lane. That's the last remaining one. Top side, they lost even a tower, and they might even lose the second one. Copenhagen is dealing with the camp as best he can. Level 13 talents are ready for the Hardos, but boy, that is just nuts. And in comes Denado again, putting the pressure on Bad Benny, who turns it though. Might try. There's the arrow. That might be the end of Denado. He might finally fall. Yes. Finally. Also, baseline completed for Jaina. 9.5 minutes in. They try to go for Morenas. Good move, but even that doesn't help him. He tried to get away with the burrow. Funny enough, the fort in the middle hasn't fallen. This one still has a few hit points. So, yes, there it is. And they go immediately for boss. So, yeah, as I said, all you need is a good team fight and a few kills, and you're going to close that gap. And that's what they're currently trying to do. Structurally speaking, still behind. It's going to change slowly now that the boss is taken. It will definitely annihilate the bottom fort. And there is a double temple coming up, so there's all of a sudden map control for them. Interesting. What are we getting? We got over here in the middle. Another fort about to be dropped. Not quite. Drag is missing. Yeah, Copenhagen is getting out of this one. Boss is completely ignored at the bot lane. Completely ignored. Fort's gone. Fort is already gone. And they are still pushing. But here comes the play against Bad Benny and the Ancestral. Saving the day for him for a few more seconds. They try for a counter kill. Oh, the jet propulsion. 4-man stun. The drag on Morenas though. That tongue. Oh my god. That's what she said. But yeah, 11 kills to 5, and that was nuts. Great setups. Tyke saying thank you very much, getting the double kill. Bosses in the meantime going through the bot wall. And yes, oh, this series is awesome. I love it. I really, really like it. Game number 1 was great. And now that we're in game number 2, the party continues. 16 kills already. They're making the play at the top now for the next temple. Tychus is at the bot lane. Rhaegar and Dehaka are running around each other a little bit. And here we have it. A little play towards the top side in an attempt to go for the first keep. And the blue team is pulling ahead even further. Yeah, siege giants are in. Someone needs to deal with that quickly. And it's Hazo that's currently trying to burn them down as fast as he can. So, yeah. Rhaegar is going for the next camp. So they gave up on... well, they didn't give up on all of the temples. They were waiting for their own level 16 to hit. That was obviously the disadvantage that they had here. But there's the 16. Jaina down at the bottom of the map. They just collapsed onto her. So it's again the blue team pushing, and they might even be able to take the keep down now. Especially since Tychus is assisting with the bottom temple. Siege Giants are also still alive. So they got that. Easy kill right here. Are they pushing further than that? There's no way, right? Nah. I mean, these guys are crazy. They always have been, so... But no, they are not. They're playing this a bit safer. But they have the first keep eliminated. So they pulled again ahead in structures. That's important. And now towards the top, they need to burn this down. Sylvanas shouldn't really have any problems helping out with that. But yeah, it's a bit bonkers. It really is. 33,000 from Tychus, 44,000 from Hanzo. Again, Copenhagen and his boys are trying to go for an aggressive move. They're falling behind in experience, and level 20 is an issue. So that's really problematic if the boss is coming up again around that time. So you need to make an aggressive play, and they're trying to look for that kill. They find it. Oh boy. Garrosh disappeared. I mean, damn. He just got absolutely crushed there. And Core gets attacked a bit, but I don't think it's going to do any damage. But yeah, Garrosh just, in the blink of an eye, he was gone. Absolutely gone. And now maybe they can do something. But my try is not... My try is immediately going for Odin. If they can get the kill on Sylvanas, yeah, she uses a 16. Oh, and Dibbles is low. Dehaka is already pushing in the middle, so he's not even wasting time helping them with the defense. Instead, he's just standing in the middle and pushing the lanes out. Apocalypse trying to go for the combo, missing it. Yeah, the defense is strong. And Dehaka is now here, gets the drag again. It looked like he dragged him into the bunker. That's what it looked like. So, yeah, more and more damage coming in. 12 kills to 6, but yeah, what a game. Time on the boss, 54 seconds. By that time, there's no way that the Hardos get 20. Unless, of course, they get multiple kills. That's the one play that they can make to get the experience quickly enough. The arrow is there, but it hits my try in the back. No way for them to get close enough to get more damage on him and take him down. So the temple is up. Close to level 20. Okay, goodbye. Quick splat on Dehaka. He's down. And here comes the follow-up plays in an attempt to get more kills. So they're looking for a few more here. That's Denado probably gone. They want him, they look for him, and they take him down. Bishops is also on the run. The Hardos, no way. The kill on Tychus. Have they done it again? Is that again the comeback? Bishops is low and he dies. 5-man team wipe. Easy kills right there, and now they go for the keep. Oh boy. Team Ash with such a spectacular job throughout the entire game, and now they're losing it. That one team fight at the bottom just destroyed them. They lost every single one of their players. The entire team gets annihilated, and now the core is falling. It is unbelievable. Team Ash with such a great game, but the Hardos, they never gave up. They got one opportunity, and they used it and locked in the second win in this best of 5. GG. A little bit sad, honestly, for Team Ash. They played a great game and had fantastic fights. Hardos did exactly what they did on the first map, though. And in the late game, just won the crucial fight and then took victory. For Team Ash, it was a bit of a weird situation. On the one hand, they didn't really want to give up any shots on the middle temple. Then again, they could have waited for level 20. Obviously, they've always been a team that likes to fight and likes to go for these plays. But the Hardos, they got the first kill, and then they just did an incredible job chasing them down one by one. But that's one of the reasons why we love Team Ash. They take risks when a lot of teams wouldn't, and oftentimes they get away with it. But now they go up against a very experienced team. And the Hardos, they just saw that one opportunity, and they took it. So you gotta give them credit where credit is due. They held on to the game for as long as possible, and then they saw one weakness, exploited it, and ran with it. So, well, nicely done. Still disappointing for Team Ash. And honestly, this could be a 3-0. If the Hardos win this now, they take the victory, they drop Team Ash into the losers bracket and move on to the winner bracket final. I don't know, the series honestly deserves more maps than 3. But of course, if the Hardos can pull it off, then great for them. But I gotta say, both maps so far, pretty good. Now, we have our supports banned again. And talking about supports, that also results in Rhaegar as a first pick here in Dragonshire. We are still looking at top laners in particular. Interesting also to see that Sylvanas is banned out this time. And this particular pairing gives now the chance to take Hanzo for Bishops if Team Ash wants him here. So they can go for Hanzo again. Dehaka, Blaze, Rexa, all up for the top lane. Could go URL too. This is also, by the way, the map where the Hardos played Vikings the last time, so keep that in mind just a bit. There's Hanzo and there's Blaze. Alright. So they come in with Hanzo. That doesn't really come as a surprise. That he played great on the first map. Bishops is so strong on this hero. I feel a bit like a broken record, but there's always a lot of people that are a bit newer to this and aren't that familiar with the teams. So I rather repeat myself once or twice to make sure that everybody gets the memo here. But yeah, definitely a pick for bishops as usual. We got Hogger for the top lane now and Lunara. Vikings are banned just to be on the safe side. It's kind of funny. We're ending up in that scenario, in that situation again, where a lot of teams ban the Vikings against Hazu. And I can tell you that they don't even think about picking Vikings most of the time. But sometimes, yes. But most of the time, they're just like, okay, with whatever. And then the opponent has to waste the ban because they don't want to deal with a curveball. That's just what happens there. But yeah, in comes Brightwing. Gets banned. Dehaka will not be taken. Unlikely, at least. Since we already have the side laners. But we could, of course, also see Falstad now still picked. Especially on this... yeah, my try could also lock that in now. Anduin and a Nuburak. So even if Bad Benny would go for a lockdown character, they would be able to pull that back. My try maybe with also... Could be a Genji? Anduin Genji? Tyrael for Bad Benny and Tracer once more for Nick. Let's see if he goes for the same build again. Yeah, Nick in his builds. As I said, like in Miami with Team WoW, we talked also a little bit about his glass cannon. I mean, there are games where you're so far ahead that you can YOLO it a bit and you say, okay, we are outclassing our opponent, we should be better, let's go for it. But yeah, it's a little bit of meme material. It was quite amusing to hear some of the players talk about it too. They go for Falstad. They could have technically gone for Genji, Anduin, tried to make some light bomb plays, focus, Lunara, whatnot. But they go for Falstad, and Bishops gives up his Hanzo so he can play Falstad, and he's going to play the side lane. Taking one for the team here. Dragon Shire, everybody, let's go in. Team Ash against the Hardos. Game number 3. Game number 3. Final chance for Team Ash to start and bring it back. Renella and Anduin. Morenas on Blaze. We got Maitri on Hanzo, Bishops and Falstad, and the Ukrainian player on Nuburak. Denado on the front line. On the right side of the map, the Hardos with Copenhagen on Hogger. We got Bad Benny on Tyrael. Hazops with a German precision on Lunara. Nick this time with his Tracer going for the parting gift. And Yasu with Rhaegar in game number 3. Stacks again with the Gathering Storm. Even-handed blessings. Look at this schmuck. Blessings. Dude, who needs your blessings? Huh? I mean, seriously. It's like the ego behind that. Oh, thigh be blessed. I was like, by you? What are you talking about? Get the hell out of there. Nah, it's like, Jesus, what a schmuck. Anduin. No. Anyways, so, Morenas is already on the way to the top. We got our 4-man, we're gonna keep an eye on that. Bishops can obviously with Falstad also fly topside and deal with that. Tracer, yeah, immediately looking to see if she can maybe get a drop on Bishops and get some damage in. He needs to be careful about this. Could make adjustments on his level 4, for example, if he wants to deal with it a little bit better, but yes, time will tell. Now, this is the last chance for them to get back. Also, a bit of an adjustment on the level 1. The Ardent Restoration is in for our boy Tyrael. So we got that. Another cam already taken. Siege Giants and Night Cam are both getting attacked here. Obviously, Lunara, currently with the Sentinel Wisp, she needs to be a bit careful too. Once that Hanzo makes his play, I mean, she's one of the squishies, and she doesn't really have the mobility that Tracer has, so you gotta be careful here. Either way, the dive on Tyrael, Benny's dodging out on all of it. Doesn't do them the favor to walk back in a straight line, just jukes it out. And, well, top side, this is obviously a bit dangerous now since the Night Camp is coming in and they need to have multiple heroes here to deal with that. Blaze is already there. Falstad is on his way to assist a bit. And, yeah, Maitri is playing Hanzo. It's kind of weird, right? It happened a few times already, but having them play Hanzo and then Bishops not being the one to play it is just strange. Doesn't really take anything away from Maitri, so I'm not trying to rip him here or anything. But it just feels like you associate on their side Hanzo as a hero so much with Bishops that it's weird to see a different Hanzo player for them. But of course, his Falstad, he played a very good Falstad in previous games, and as I say it, he just like walks in the most direct way straight into Copenhagen's Hogger, so so much for that. But yeah, we got Hazu and his boys taking everything down here at the bottom of the map. Already a bit of a ping happening, being careful here. Benny was starting to move in. In the middle of the map, Tracer. Level 4, by the way, is the hammer gains, so no extra shield or anything. Bishops! Yeah, calculated. Calculated, not even close. So, Falstad survives, but still needs get a bit of help. Helps down at the bottom of the map and gets a few stacks together too. They're trying to go for Tyrael, and Tyrael jumps back into the fight. Okay. Hardos over here, hopping back out. And, yeah. That's the first threat against the blue team, as we have a potential Dragonite in the middle. This time not as quickly as the last time, but Morenas is getting absolutely bodied by this. He still buys the team enough time to reclaim the control over the bottom shrine, and maybe... Nah, he still has one more dash. So they're trying. A little bit of stuttering back and forth between the two of them. Looked a bit like shadow boxing here, nobody really committing to anything, no additional cooldowns. Rhaegar tries to be a big badass dragon as level 7 talents are kicking in for the Hardos. So this time, Parting Gift into Pulse Generator into the Locked and Loaded. More of a standard style than what we saw on the first map. And might try, he's dead. Might try, I mean he tried, but he's dead anyways. Counter kill potential, top side, maybe? Maybe not. Alright, level 7 on both sides now. The desperate prayer for Anduin. I don't need you to get desperate yet, they're only 1 kill behind. But yeah, Anduin was always a bit of a mama's boy. I don't know enough lore to know who Anduin's mama was, but didn't she die? She probably committed Sudoku. Something like that, being ashamed. Anduin is to the day, Varian is to the day yelling every single time he plays with his son. Have you ever heard him smash? That is a cry of pain. That's emotional pain. That's not physical pain, that's emotional pain. You're not my son. You're not my real mom. Cat memes ahoy. Anyways. We have just a little bit of pressure here, but nothing too crazy. 1 kill to 0. I mean, compared to the other games, this is a little bit more reserved. Maybe now. Are we gonna get these kills? They are looking for the fight now. Tracer's coming in. Morenas. Anduin with a save. Nice. And they get away. Good stuff. But can they maybe get a kill after all? Now that Maitri finds himself in trouble, he's able to jump away. Rhaegar with a channel attempt. Bambi at the bot lane, getting a bit more work done. Okay, oh, and Hanzo is dead. That is the second time that he died. Both of the deaths on the blue team side are on him. But Anduin, he dies too. That was a solidarity death. Yeah, he felt a little bit bad for Hanzo. Can't blame it all on him, so he dies as well. 3 kills to 0 and level 10. Guys, the Hardos are pulling heavily ahead. So far, this has probably been, I mean, their best game so far, I want to say. That is a dominant early game. They're controlling the mid lane, they're pushing structures down, they have level 10 abilities. We have them this time with the Bloodlust play instead of going for the good old Ancestral. Tyrael hasn't made a choice yet. Who is he waiting for? Is he waiting for the bubble? We'll see. But yeah, so now we got the Thornwood Vines in. We got the Shockwave. And with level 10, they should be able to get the Dragonite. And yes, indeed they do. Yasuo is channeling. And off we go. So there we have it. We have them with the first ass kicking for Falstad today. Dragonite obviously gonna center a lot of this around his Dragon's Breath, trying to get the minion waves down and keep the pressure in the mid lane, while the rest of the team is attacking the top. Now, there is Bishops with some damage. He has 32 stacks by now on his level 1. And at the bot lane, Lulnara. Meh. Yeah, that is adding up too. Maitri literally like flying in. Someone tried to go toe-to-toe with the Dragonite and didn't get out of that fight in one piece. So that's another ass kicking that he gets. Yeah, he's just getting kicked around. That's all that happens here. Got kicked around, by the way, directly into the hands of Hazu. But as you can see, it's Falstad that dies at the top. Damn. That is even worse. So they lost a lot of infrastructure hit points at the bot lane. They lost in the mid lane nearly the entire fort. And at the top lane, they lost towards the end Falstad and took damage there too. And we have Judgment, baby! Yeah, Light Bomb Anduin and Judgment for Tyrael. Okay. That became interesting. Tyrael, Judgment. And let's go. Let's judge people. Let's judge people a little bit. Currently, it seems that Copenhagen is the only one that gets judged, and they judged that he needed a bath and helped him very quickly with that, so he's a little bit fast at the Nexus. Light Bomb, the stun, and Bambi is dead. Yeah, that was good. 2 kills for them. Not bad. They're back to business, but they lost the fort. They lost the fort in the mid lane, and we're still having a significant lead for the Hardos just in general. Yeah, I think the Hardos got caught there a little bit off guard. Cocoon was used to force them into a fight. The light bomb was well executed. So all of that helped them out quite nicely. But it allows for Team Ash to push top. And they have now not only gotten kills, they closed the experience gap. And they're starting to take down the fort top side too. Level 13 is just now taken, so they haven't completely gone ham on it. But yeah. There's a level 13 for them. Tyrael. Want to see what he's going for. I want to see those judgment plays. I need to have some nice combos here. Give me the judgment, baby. Gus to take the camp. There's the arrow. Okay. Triple hit with it, but they weren't close enough for the follow-up. Yeah, I need Tyrael. Tyrael has always, for me, been this bureaucrat that has a stick shoved up his ass, you know, what just walks around the entire day. Like, I could see Tyrael totally sitting behind a desk and being, like, proper about everything. Like, proper. He's judging people. Divine vigor. Purge evil. The sword of justice. I mean, he is a pencil pusher. Seriously. If these guys would have real-life jobs, Tyrael would sit behind a desk. There is no doubt in my mind. At the same time, him and Imperius, those two, I mean, those two are the worst. They're absolutely the worst. They are working for some kind of governmental bureau. That's 100%. They're sitting behind a desk all day long and just judging people. But now that we're talking about it, come on, come in. Give me all your judgment. Let's make the play here. Benny's jumping in and out, but they're losing structures now. This is Team Ash building momentum. And Benny has so far not really singled anybody out here. They have Hog at the top side, so that's where they're getting counter value in structures. They're taking a fort down too. But what can they do with that? Come on, make a commitment. He's playing this way too safe. You're 2-0 ahead. Give me some plays. Last time we saw a team being this far ahead, we had a Nova pick, you know? That's what I'm saying here. But, of course, they would like to finish this with a 3-0. I mean, as much as we're funning around here, let's not forget that there's money on the line. So, obviously, you want to play. But, yeah. Are we gonna... Tracer is still looking for it. Tyrael is jumping in. Can they go for my try? No judgment yet. Okay. Hasn't been deemed worthy. Tidal waves are in. 16 any moment now. I wouldn't put it past the blue. Oh, there, maybe there. Nah, he dives away. They can't stop him, can they? They can slow him down a little bit. But no. And in the middle of the map, he needs to interrupt. Alright, figures that out. Oh, screw the Dragonite. Look at that. He simply lets it go. And then he judges in on Anduin. I mean, if we're judging anything, then we judge Anduin. I can judge Anduin all day. His fashion choices, life choices, the way that he behaves in the fight, that the guy still doesn't know which end to hold the sword on. Yeah, I can judge Anduin all day, every day. Ah, no problem. So Tyrael, forget everything I said about you. We're buddies now. We're buddies now. If that's your first play that you make, and you even let them get a Dragonite just to judge Anduin a bit, I mean, by all means. Like, I'll take it back and claim the opposite. That's great job. Yeah, judge that Anduin. Have you seen those boots? They just don't go with that cloak that he has. That's just not a thing. No. Enchanted boots too, you know? 4 kills to 2. Let's go. Dragonite did pretty much not a lot. Renella, the light bulb. No, and Anduin is down. Anduin is dead. He is gone. If you're such a wuss, you don't need to be in the front line. Yeah. Given what we had in game number 1 and game number 2, this is a bit of a weird one. 2 kills to 5. We're already 12 minutes in. And there's the jump on Denado. There it is! And Nubarak was judged and killed. Yeah, that's the aggression I want. And we judge that you are a cockroach. No. All right. Yeah, there's the kill, and that allows them to claim a camp. So that's the cool thing about, if you get a kill, you always need to get something out of it, right? It's not the kill alone that really helps you. You want to make sure that the kill leads to something. In this case, it leads to them picking up a second camp. They have now 2 siege giant camps, and with that they can move them straight through the bot lane, trying to take down some of the towers. Now, still, Hogga is at the top, so they gotta be a bit careful. Once the Nubarak is back, they need to retreat, or the Cocoon could force the fight. But there it is. They go for Rega. Try and drop him. Hanzo is down, so Hanzo is dead. Yeah, my try is just having some tough time against Nick. 37,000 damage put him into the number 1 slot in damage output on this map, but Nick has been doing good work keeping him low, and that is the 3rd kill against him. So now we have 7 kills to 2. They're 1.5 levels ahead, and this is all about level 20 at this point. But, well, there's the spin to win, and Copenhagen gets away unless he goes for the Cocoon, but no. The rotation is already there. Tracer, on the other hand, is at the bot lane together with the camp and is trying to go for keep. So this is a 4v5 at the top, but the longer this lasts, the better for the Hardos. Hanzo moved back, but I'm not sure if he can stop this. This might just be a little bit too much. I mean, look at it. Yeah, he gets Nick low, but that is at least 50% of the keep gone. If they can get another objective after that, even better. Nick misses the bomb, but the rotation is there. And while they are doing that, the keep is still losing hit points. So it's not falling, but that is still way too close for comfort. Eventually they can move in and try and take it down. So, yeah. Do you think if Tyrael played in the Avengers, he would be worthy to lift Thor's hammer? If you're that judgy, doesn't that immediately mean that you should be worthy? I honestly don't know. Probably not, right? Then again, what does Tyrael want with the hammer? The man has a sword. So Dragonite is taken, and well, this is where things are getting a little bit out of hand, I suppose. Because now they can straight up go for the bot lane. They have level 20, Tyrael with the seal of Aldrin, and they can now just easily come in, take the keep down. I'm not sure if they can make a play for core. Honestly, if they don't get a kill, then I don't think they can. But yeah, topside gets pressured, Fawcett is now moving back. Yeah, it goes down quickly. We're only 15 minutes in. 15 minutes is all that we're getting here. So it's not like the Dragonite, you know, scaled super hard into the late game and can just murder a structure with a single hit or whatever. But yeah, 7 kills to 2. They're still doing some damage in the middle. And, well, yeah. As long as you keep the Dragonite alive and just simply use the Dragon's Breath, you're gonna get through that wall, and you're most likely also gonna do some damage on the keep. And if Nick gets a kill, he looks, he tries, and he misses it. Barely, though. Barely. Alright. Ooh, and that is that. My try? Short distance arrow. And Tyrael is dead. Run! Tyrael is dead. He gets the explosion. There's the level 20. Bambi! Oh dear. Hazu had trouble there. So yeah, that's a kill. And that is a triple, everybody. That's a triple. That Ancestral came a little bit too late. Are we going to see a repeat of map number 2 just on the other side now? They are trying to chase them down. The only one that gets away is Tracer. The core on the then again is attacked on the left side, and I think they might try and end here. Ooh, the kill! 5-man wipe! What the hell? Guys, is this really a repeat of map number 2? They are coming in with a kill. They go for the keep. Can they go core? It looks like they're gonna try, but they're all a bit low, and Tyrael is gonna come back in 10 seconds. I'm not sure if this is gonna work. This might work, but I'm not 100% certain. If Tyrael gets a good hit out, they're already a little bit low, but they're dropping the core, and they're dropping it quickly. They should be able to do that, right? It should work. Gust is up. They still have Gust. And Tyrael doesn't even try. It's over. It's over. They take it. The arrow, and that is game. Team Ash against the Hardos. What a series. It's the comeback series. I don't know what else to say, but every time you think you know who's going to win the map, the exact opposite happens. We saw it happen on Sky Temple. The blue team, they dominated for a long time. The Hardos, they win one big fight and then turn it. And now the same happened on Game 3. And it is a victory for Team Ash. It's a bit wild. It really is. So now we're heading into Tomb of the Spider Queen. Map choice was made by the Hardos. First pick, first ban for Team Ash. And it's interesting. I like the series. It's a very, very fun one. So we'll figure out if we're going to go the full distance on this one, or if the Hardos are able to win one. Sylvanas, well, one more. Sylvanas is banned out, so is Lucio. Now Tomb of the Spider Queen obviously has a bit of different priorities than a lot of the other maps. I think Jojo is going to take a higher priority here, to name just one example. I'm looking at Nick a bit and thinking about what he could play. We haven't... I mean, his Maiev, his Kerrigan, options on Tomb, for sure. Already the ban on Junkrat, but the question is, what happens with Hanzo? Is Hanzo going to be allowed here? He's annoying for the interrupt, but also just the way that Bishops plays him, and the arrows are great. Maitrai was struggling a bit more with the hero, but again, they won the map, so there's that. And they hesitate here with the ban. Nezebo! Ah, now I'm sad. I mean, there's only two reasons why you ban Nezebo. First, you misclick, and the other one is you know that your opponent has a bit of a pocket strategy prepared. We had actually a team in one of the Nexus Cup games recently play Nezebo on Volskaya with Nova. I think if they wouldn't have picked Nova together with Nezebo, they would have probably won the game. Nezebo made it to Violent Infection, which is always the goal when you're picking him. But yeah, so we have Blaze as a first pick. Hanzo gets taken away. Nick has currently locked him in, and as expected, Jojo is being played too. So Johanna is there. How is the blue team playing this one out this time, though? They got Rhaegar, they got Blaze, yeah? And they go for Lulnara. Alright, Bambi. Everybody is using the same skin, by the way, on Bambi. Everybody is going full Christmas. Yeah, Christmas is over, baby. It's hot outside, it's warm, sun's shining, cloudless skies. 24 degrees. Or is that only Spain? Is that not the case where you guys live? Quick shout out to Northern Europe. I feel sorry for you boys. But okay. Tracer gets banned. Don't want to deal with that. I can understand it. Would be highly nice to see Tracer for the blue team though. We've seen it now twice by Nick. Would have been cool if Team Ash is going to try and show them how it's done. But we still need to figure out what Denado is going to play here. Don't have a main tank yet for them. And Bishop is of course the one that's always flexing into it. But yeah. Last ban. What do I get rid of? Side laner. Yeah, I could go for that. And they go for Deathwing. Deathwing gets banned out. The Proud Dragon is eliminated. Hazu could also come in with another mage. Yeah, for Tomb. I wouldn't mind. I mean, they of course also played a lot of triple frontline. If you go for aggressive variations, you can do that. They got Kayn, Yrel, and they leave Hazu open for last. Just you wait, guys. It's gonna be a tank. They're gonna go for Sergeant Hammer. We had Hammer just recently. Ultralist played it. Full Hammer time. Weaving all those auto attacks in, you know? And the final two picks right now. Denado and Bishops. And Uberak and Kerrigan! Kerrigan is in the house. That's a lot of stuns. That's a lot of frontline for Lunara. Okay. Me likey. They go for the aggressive play. Honestly, I love it. I absolutely love it. Even if that backfires, I'm totally game. You need to go for the full reverse sweep, going for the aggressive play. You use Kerrigan. Hit or miss. Let's go. Let's bring it all. Let's bring the fight right to them. Leo, there is the triple front line. I just talked about it for the Hardos. Leo, Urel, and Jojo. Maybe the final map of the series. Maybe another stepping stone for Team Ash to go for the reverse sweep here. Either way, Tomb of the Spider Queen, map number 4. Let's go. Ash versus Hardos, game number 4. Tomb of the Spider Queen. Bishops is playing Carrigan. We kind of expected that to maybe be a thing that Nick pulls out, but yeah, Bishops was just a bit faster here, so he comes in with the Carrigan. My try with Lul Nara. Bambi is in the house. Morenas on Blaze. Ranella on Rhaegar. And Denado on Nubarak. Rocking the cockroach here in game number 4. Bad Benny with Jojo. We got Hazorps on Hanzo. Hans, aka Nick, on Leoric. And Copenhagen on Urel with Yazu playing Deckard Cain. Okay. So, level 1. Fury of the Swarm. Yeah, if I'm Carrigan, I'm also angry. She's the Hulk of StarCraft. Her secret is she's always angry. She pretty much is. But Carrigan is pretty awesome. Honestly, Carrigan is an absolutely fantastic character. It was always kind of cool. But, well, now we got our quick hits here in the middle. They're trying to control that for the time being. Bot lane, Leo versus Blaze. 4-man will be rotating. And Bishops is already aiming for the first combo. This one didn't hit. And Hazu pretty much directly started to aim at him to punish him for the engage. It didn't really work out for them here. There's a lot of poke against Nubarak. It's always a bit annoying when your main frontliner is having trouble to keeping his hit point pool up, because that makes engages so much more dangerous for them. Mecha Spider! Oh god, I don't want to tell the story again, but this is exactly the one where we very, very light that one kid. Wow, 100 gems and you get a free mount. Yeah, anyways. The people that listen to this more regularly know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just kind of funny to me that he's using exactly that specific mount now in this game here. So, we have the first camp about to be taken. Lunara is hopping around. As in the mid lane, they are going still to control the lanes as best they can. Obviously, with 2 heroes being split off to go for a camp, we have the Hardos in a bit of an advantageous position here. Take a bit of a lead. And Morena's already moving back out with the janitor trying to clean out, take out the trash down at the bottom of the map. Mop to the face. This man knows all the secrets. He's swiffering all day. Gets rid of the stain on their record. Was trying to. But okay, so in the mid lane we now have also Consume Vitality. We get the follow-up with the Paralyzing Rage. Shielding Potion is in, no crazy moves being made just yet, just a bit of a traditional push with the first Boozer camp, trying to also just, yeah, interrupt the rotation. Every single time that you rotate between the 2 lanes, if one team gets a good position here in the middle, they can try and see if they can catch someone here, maybe get a quick kill. If you're going for a CC heavy composition, and even more so than with any other, since if there's an isolated target, you jump in, you chain the CCs up, you get the damage in, and yeah, that's it. But for now, they are just mostly going about the camps. And it doesn't really seem the Hardos is going to counterplay it. Obviously, with them running 3 melees as well, they gotta be a bit careful when this jet propulsion comes in. And also when Carrigan lands her combos. Because if you are just melee heavy and you stack up on it, then this can absolutely ruin your day. Lunara, she has that damage output, and she can not only slow you down even further to allow follow-up moves, but also she can easily drop a lot of damage after level 7 in particular on them. But anyways, we have for now the Aegis of Light in. We also get the explosive arrows. Both teams are trying to collect enough gems for a turn-in. We haven't seen anything committed yet. Nobody has moved to a turn-in point and gotten rid of some. Keeping all of them greedy as they are. Oh, that's a lot of body blocking on Denado. But Anubara gets out. And Beetle moves away. Bishop's on the other hand. He might be in trouble. And yes, he dies first. Carrigan is dead. The Queen of Blades is gone. Now the gems were collected, so good for them. But still, that's a bit of a setback there. Eliminates some of the CC and also forces Team Ash to play more on the defensive for the time being. Turn-in attempts at least by the Hardos, but nothing really that forces the issue yet. Lunara is still poking out Leo at the bottom of the map. And up at the top, there's the interrupt. Hey, he can't make a move here. Copenhagen has to be very careful. He can interrupt this a little bit, but he can't follow up on it and stick around for too long. Choken Pollen is now in. On top of that, we're getting the Dragon Hungers. And here's Conviction. The dragon is apparently hungry. Could go for the deer over here. Oh, also, top side. Are they going to make another play? No, Copenhagen goes for Nubarak. They're getting bullied around a bit. It's not only the CC that the blue team has, but you have Urel in. She can always push them back. Then you have the Condemn. I mean, there's so many annoying moves that the Hardos can pull too. So yeah, there's that. Nick. If you're the side laner, you have a lot of gems usually, so you need to be very, very careful. You really want to get rid of those and turn them in as quickly as you can. So you have a little bit more wiggle room and freedom in your plays. Carrigan against against Urel at the top. It's not really a nice combo for Carrigan. She wants to have a bit more of an assist. She by herself against Urel, that's not really something that's going to be a lot of fun for you. Urel in general is only fun when you watch her, never when you play against her. Like, that's the golden rule. Yeah, look at Dinado. He's already getting bullied hard, and that's another kill for the Hardos. That's kill number 2. And this time, they're losing gems. This time, they have lost some serious gems. So, yeah, things are pretty good here for the red team. They get the first Web Weaver wave. They turned in. They killed 2 targets. Were able to also remove some gems from Team Ash. And now the question is simply, how much can they get with the first turn in of the game? Are they getting some structures? Or are they going to be defeated here? But top lane wall has already fallen, so there's a risk that the fort is going to take damage. The question is simply how much. Now they got Hanzo. Level 10. Jeez, the timing. The timing on level 10 is pretty spectacular. They are going to try and set a fight up here. They're already pushing in the middle. They have everybody out. There's the move! Straight for Carrigan. Goodbye, girl. No chance. Absolutely no chance. They go for the meme strike, and that comboed off with the good entomb is going to guarantee you that you get damage. They're not only going to get 1 fort, they're going to get 2. The one in the mid lane is gone. No chance of holding it. Up at the top, Lunara is doing what she can. Dinado is attempting to anchor the play for her, but that is another fort gone, and they might even get another kill. Yeah, they don't have any of the control ults anymore, so probably not. Lunara also has the Thorn with Vines and pushes them back. But this is about as good as it gets. I mean, come on. 2 forts? Are you kidding me? With 2 forts dropped, you are very, very happy. And the gems? Yeah, 35 are still, 38 are still in their hands. But there's also another turn available for the red team. They forced the bunker. Okay. And traded for the entomb. Oh, careful. They're trying to go for the fight. Arrow is back up. Oh, the arrow! That's the play! Holy fucking shit! No freaking way! What a kill! Oh my god, Leo dies. It doesn't matter. He couldn't get Lunara, but take another look at this. Fuck me. Look at this ult. Hazu comes in. Insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, that was bonkers. That was absolutely bonkers. 7 kills to 1. Do you have any idea how many gems they just lost? They nearly got wiped on this one. And it's another turn in for the red team. That was spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. 21,000 damage by now for Hanzo. 20,000 for Lunara. The fort at the bot lane doesn't stand a chance. The Siege Giants alone are already taking care of it. Web Weavers aren't even here yet. There's the talent advantage for them now too. But oh boy, that was brutal. They are going to... I mean, they're going to feel that for days. If you're getting crushed like that... Oof. They need some aloe vera for those burns. That was rough. Yeah, you feel that. You feel that. 100%. So now they're pushing on every single lane. We're 9 minutes into the game, guys. We're 9 minutes into this game, and they are already knocking at the keep walls. All of the forts are gone. The web weavers, they haven't scaled hard or anything, but this is already hurting them. The wall at the bot lane is opened up. They go for Bambi, nearly got a kill there. Top side gets still pressured. Karrigan dealt with the middle at least, but up here, Murenas, he's defending as best he can, but it's going to be another tower that gets dropped. So 2 walls are already completely opened up. In the mid lane, they've taken damage, but at least the towers still stand. And over here with the lead in XP, they try to go for the camp. I'm not sure if they can, though. This might be something where Team Ash, once they hit level 13, are willing to just go for a YOLO moment. Just throw a Hail Mary, come in and see what it gets you. Might as well, right? So here they are, going for the Entomb. They gotta fall back for now. 23 gems, that did nothing, so yeah, kind of misjudged a bit where they would move next, but they still have the Condemn! Yrel! Good Ancestral, nice move also by Karrigan with the Chrysalis, but still, Bambi is low. Yrel jumped in and got cocooned mid-air, but Karrigan is still dead. Nick, yeah, he's trying to slow them down here, but he's not gonna get a kill. So, they have 62 gems, they could go for the 3rd turn in a row. They could literally get a 3rd turn in a row here. I don't even think they're going to wait for that. They're currently moving through the bottom of the map in an attempt to take down the keep. Holy hell, they really stepped it up. Damn, this series was back and forth the entire time, but the Hardos, they are so good on this map. They picked map over first pick, first ban. They really wanted to play. They said, guys, okay, we're done with this shit. Let's go. So they're moving in for it. Any other player, by the way, I'm telling you, Burning Despair is not a thing. Nick just trying to spice it up every now and then is maybe even going to take it. Honestly, as entertaining as Nick's builds are, I think the last thing that you want to do is copying them. Like, he's the one that always thinks a little bit too much out of the box and channels his inner NA. I am pretty certain if they get to 20, he's going to go for Burning Despair. He's gonna go for the meme. I would bet money. Yeah, but either way, even if it doesn't really matter too much now. For now, he goes for the drain. That's fine. Oh, and finally a kill. Hanzo is down, but the Entomb is still out. The bunker saves them. Ooh, they are 2 levels behind. They don't have level 16, but they're trying to push it even further. The web weavers are on the map and already pushing for the keeps. They can't lose time here. They need a few more kills and need them quickly. Here comes the ult. Karrigan is dead. No, not like this. Blaze dies too, and they're on the run. Rega is about to die, I guess. Renella, 30 HP. And here comes the Swisher move. Mace to the face, and goodbye, baby. The support is gone. 11 kills to 2. They try and go for my try and Denado. The first keep is gone. The second keep at the top is also falling. We are 12 minutes in. 2 keeps are down. Lulnara is eliminated. And this is gonna be game. There is no stopping this anymore. The keep in the mid lane falls. The core is already losing HP. And this is definitely it. A 3-1 victory for the Hardos as they move on to the winner bracket final of the X-Cup Winter Playoffs. GG and well played. Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.